of your father, what do you think? The first thing that comes to my mind when I think about my father is first foundation. Secondly, I think about sacrifice. I remember as a child, I think I was in primary 2 at the time, or primary 3, yeah, thereabouts. And there was a mathematics competition that we're going to attend to. And guess what? I was a brilliant child growing up. Yeah, but then again, I remember I'm not good. I was not, in fact, up till now, I don't like mathematics. And my father knew that. My father worked as a local mechanic at the time. And guess what? This man shows up back home, I think a little bit earlier than he always does, because he usually comes back home around 7, 8, 9 p.m. depending on the amount of work he has to do for the day. This man comes home that late, and guess what? He comes home, wakes me up from sleep, light up lantern, because that time we didn't have a generator, but there was NEPA light, but there was no light, right? So he light up a lantern, carried me outside, put my feet inside water, and began to teach me mathematics that night, because what? His daughter must do well. And my father really, because he saw how good I was with education, he wanted to make sure I got the best. So when I think about my father, the second thing I think of is sacrifice. Ndị Igbo si na nwa nna ya dụnyere oru were okwu gbawa door. Now I will translate it literally. It means when your father sends you to go and steal as a child, when you reach there, you use your leg and break the door. Like, you know that confidence. I remember growing up, there was a name that my aunties used to call me because of my complexion. I mean, I was actually bullied because of this my complexion. This is my fineness. This is my, because of my eyes, everything, they bullied me a lot. And there was a name that they used to call me. I will not say it here. So I remember complaining so much about it, and the one day made me cry. And my father came and was now telling me the assurance that he was giving me. He said, look, because that name suggested that my father might not be my father. Hey! So my father told me, he said, look, I am your father. I was there when they gave birth to you. I carried you as a baby. I am sure that you are my child. If you need any, I will give you. But anybody that will try and say that to you again, come and tell me. And guess what? He went to his sister and shouted, oh my God. I mentioned that I've not seen my father that angry before. Like the way he spoke to his sister, his younger sister, I was like, don't call her that again. And then my father comes and I was teary, and I could see that he, because they say men don't cry in Nigeria, I don't understand, but I could see tears like in his eyes, and he told me, he looked into my eye deeply, that assurance. That is why, my brother, before you think of looking into my eye to lie to me, my father had looked into my eye and tell me the truth. So my father looked into my eyes and he said, Chidima, I am your daughter. I'm your, hey, I said my daughter, I am your father. Hey! If you understand what that gave me, hey, oh my God. And guess what? After that, nobody actually called me that again. And the truth of the matter is that my competition is not even out of nowhere. Hey, God, but today, guess what? When I think of my father, oh my God, I think of, the father. So my case is practically the case of, I will tell my daddy for you. So if you try me, I will tell my daddy for you, because I know who my father is. My father can give up anything, just anything, to make sure that his children, they are good. Now let me tell you about the fact that my father, like I said in before, we grew up in a very local town, a very small town. So my father was a mechanic. My father loved education. He loved mathematics. He was good with technical drawings and all of those things. So he wanted to study mechanical engineering, but he was not able to do it. But then again, guess what? He decided that, my children must get the best. This man, he's not that rich. But every single penny he made sure that we attended the best primary school in town at the time. We attended the best secondary school in town. My dear, imagine having 3 of your children in the boarding house at the same time, whereas the other was 7, did I mention that? And other ones are in the primary school. And our school fees at the time was actually, I was telling you, our school fees was not here that time. And I used to wonder how my father was able to, afford it. I remember one time, because at some point, I used to handle one of his accounts that he had with the microfinance bank at that time. I remember one time that he had to empty his account to pay my younger brother's school fees and my younger brothers their school fees, because one was still in boarding house at the time, and I was also still in boarding house, so I was going back to school. So he sent me, I think that was on a Friday. We were supposed to go back to school on a Saturday. He sent me on Friday to go. When the banker told me that I was not able to withdraw the exact amount my father told me, I called him and he told me, okay, withdraw so money below, because that is the last card. So I have seen provision even when it does not look like we have abundance. Like from a situation that is not abundant, I've seen provision. So that is why you see, I'm actually contented with what I have, and I know that any problem that I have, I can always go home, because guess what? My father will fight tooth and nail to make sure that that problem is solved, and that is it. So that is my father for you. Yeah, I think about my father again, and I think about disciplinarian. My father is a disciplinarian. Hey, my dad would literally, I remember the last time my father flogged me, I was in JSS3, and he used his belt. Oh my God, this man belted me. I didn't know why. Because there was this particular boy that he was wanting me to stop seeing, and I keep seeing the guy. I mean, what do you mean? Fine girl like me. And then they rush me, not me, they rush myself. My father will just park the car. When he see you standing with the boy, you now just say, oh yeah, enter the car. You now say, young man, go home. And guess what? You are reaching house, you didn't collect. But there are a lot of things that I would say for, So when you see me and you see that, okay, this girl that is too, she's doing holier than thou, kiniko, that's how I grew up. I grew up understanding values. I grew up having strong moral values, and there are some things that I can never in this my life do. And guess what? Because my father, up until now, there are things that I can't do, because when I remember what my dad do at my age, my father is still my reset button. Like, he's still the reset button. There are some life I can't live. And then there's something that my father would always tell me. He said, if you follow people and go and do wrong, like stealing in school, he said, other people might go free, but they will catch you. And this my complexion, don't they even help at all. So guess what? My father is still my reset button up until now. Everybody that will tell you will tell you. But guess what? It wasn't like that growing up. I really disliked my father growing up, because I felt like he was too strict. But it was when I entered, I think it was my third year in the university, that I decided I had to sit down. Okay, I went for a conference and they were explaining some certain things. And then I had to call my father, had a conversation with him on the phone. And guess what? And all that anger left. I began to appreciate the love for this man, because I started looking at the good things, the times that this man has showed up. I mean, the fact that I was not bullied till today was because of my father. The fact that I have this self-confidence I have today is my father. He gave me everything that a father could give to a. When I think about my father again, I also think, soft girl life. You see, this soft girl life, I always tell people around me that I don't like struggling, I don't like suffering. Please, you saw these things. I am a feminine woman, a girly girl. Do you understand me? I don't do heavy liftings. Do you know, sometimes we used to, work together. I remember one time that I was walking with my father to church. His car had an issue at the time. I can't remember. I think it was a flat tire that morning, so we had to go to church. So I had a bag that my mom teaches in children's church, so she left earlier. So she gave us a bag to help her carry to church, because we were coming with the car. Guess what? My father didn't allow me to carry that, and he just saw me the way I was dragging it. He collected it from me. See, that's why I cannot come and be doing hard guy. My father gave me that soft girl era. My God, like my dad will literally tell my brothers to do some certain things for us, so that we do some certain things. So look, nobody can turn me to Jackie, because my father did not turn me to Jackie. So it's not even Father's Day, but I just decided to use today to appreciate all the fathers. When I think of fathers, I think about foundation, I think about protection, I think about provision. My father provided to the last T. You don't understand? Hey, even from his little income, he did provide. So I don't know, when you think about your dad, what do you think of? I mean, I've heard of some terrible fathers, or more. I don't even know how people. And I'm sorry if you had a very terrible one. It's not right. I mean, I don't even know how people behave like that. I've heard of a father sleeping with their daughters, maltreating their daughters, abusing their daughters, and all of that. Or some are even absent. They left, rejected the child, and I don't know. So if you had such a father, I am sorry that you do, but let's appreciate the real fathers. Some of them are actually not your biological father, but they are playing the role of fathers in your house. So please appreciate the father today. If you see any man around you that is a father, just say, just blow him kiss. Fathers are foundation. That is what I can tell you.
Over fear, I'm moving up.